Cam, it's the end of another year for the Mooseheads, one that saw the team finish 15th overall in the standings, took the defending league champions to 6 games in the playoffs. Give fans your assessment of this season.
Well, I think when you look back at the beginning of the year, we started the season with 9 rookies, rookie goaltender, 3 first-year players on defense. We started out we started out very well, but then I think our youth caught up to us, and having a new coach, implementing new systems and a new style took a little bit of getting used to, but you could see that started to pay off as we got into the second half. We made a few acquisitions and brought in some new 20-year-olds that brought some great leadership to our team. And, you could really see with the great leadership of our older players and the terrific coaching that our younger players were progressing and developing. When you get an opportunity to put a 16 to 17-year-old on your first power play, penalty kill units, you're just fortunate with the development that they're going to have. So I think another thing that actually helped us was the fact that we played in such a tough division. And, playing against 4 teams that were in the top 8, that finished in the top 8 in our league, almost on a daily or weekly basis, really helped develop our guys, and you saw it in the playoffs. So, we're very happy with what we did this year as a group. We're very happy with the progression of our younger players, and we're definitely looking forward to the future.
Speaking of the future, the focus kind of now shifts to your position. Now that the players are off the ice, the Mooseheads, we now know, hold the 4th overall pick in the QMJHL entry draft. What needs will you be looking to fill on this team, and specifically with that 4th pick?
Well, I think when you look at junior hockey, you've got players for 2 to 3 to 4 years. Players are coming and going. We're looking at every position right now. We're very happy with the players that we have, the younger players, the returning players. So, at the end of the day, that position could be anybody. We're just looking for the best player available at the 4th pick. We're just excited that we're going to be selecting a good hockey player.
And a pretty good chance to add another impact player at the Canadian Hockey League import draft this year, the 11th overall pick for the Mooseheads in that draft. The team already has Nico Hischier and Otto Sampi on the roster, but clearly the fate of Nico is not in your hands at this point with the NHL draft on the way.
Yeah, that's something that's out of our control, obviously. We're thrilled for Nico. He had a terrific season. He came to Halifax because he wanted to better himself and become a great, he was a great player when he came here, but improved so much through our coaching staff and learned the North American game. So obviously he's going to go very high in the NHL draft this year. We're very thrilled for him. We're very excited for him. We're looking forward to draft day. But as far as what the future holds for him, that's out of our hands. We'll deal with that next season. But yeah, we're excited about the potential of bringing aboard another great European hockey player as well.
Tell fans a bit about how you go about scouting Europeans.
Well, we've got a good group of people that do that. Ali has helped us. Ali McDonald, our head Atlantic scout, has done some scouting for us there. We have another person that we use that's based out of Toronto. There's some international events that we go to each season, and we do our homework. We talk to the coaches, we talk to the agents, we interview the players, the parents. It's a little bit more difficult process than the midget draft, whereas you've got such top-end players coming from another country, they've got lots of options. So, you've got to convince them that the Canadian Hockey League is the best league for them to play in. And, at the end of the day, they've got to weigh all their options, and they've got to be happy with their decisions. And, I think for us, we've had some luck in the import draft in the last few years, and our best ambassadors are our former players. So, when you look at a player like Timo Meier leaving, and of course Nico Hischier and his family talked to him, and Timo had nothing but great things to say about Halifax, so that helps immensely.
Now you're building this team with possibly with the 2018-2019 season in the back of your mind as a potential chance to host the Memorial Cup. Is there any reason this team can't be a contender next year, though?
Well, I think it's very dangerous just to target one season or 1 year to be good. I think if you look at our team, the age of it, we're going to start taking strides next season. We're going to have a lot of 17, 18-year-old players. And, I think when you see the progression that those young kids have made this season, and like I say, their opportunity that they played on special teams, that they played in the last minute of a game, they played against great hockey teams this season, and had a very difficult and very exciting first round of the playoffs this year. That's experience that's going to be paramount for these kids and their development. So I think next year we'll really see our team start to take off. And when you put that together with the great coaching staff that we have, I'm really looking forward to seeing the result.
Yeah, what would be a success next year in your eyes as general manager?
Well, it's hard to say, we want to finish 5th place or 8th place or 10th place. We don't really look at the numbers. We just want to make sure that on an individual basis that all our players are developing, all our players are getting better, our coaching staff's improving, that we're continuing to do a good job with these kids off the ice, drafting the right players. But like I say, time will tell next season, but I definitely see us taking good strides next year.
Now, you're in possession of 3 first-round picks in the 2018 draft, your own, plus Quebec's and Rouyn-Noranda's. How soon do you start looking at, making trades for veteran players to bolster this team?
Well, if you look at our lineup, we potentially have 20 players returning next year. So, we'll come into training camp, we'll evaluate those players, and monitor their development, see where they're at, and then we'll make some decisions. It's great to have 3 first-round picks. Obviously, we're excited about that. You could be drafting 3 times in the first round in 2018, or they could be potentially used as trades. So, a lot of it depends on what our team looks like as the season progresses next season, and, we'll go from there.
I guess finally, what can you say to fans of the Mooseheads who are looking forward to an exciting next couple of seasons here in Halifax?
Well, I think, our fans have been terrific over the years, and, they've had some excellent hockey teams and some world-class players to watch, some great coaches along the way. Hey, it's an exciting night. We're continuing to grow. We're continuing to get better. It's going to be an exciting couple of years, and I know for myself, I'm looking forward to it. For the rest of our staff, we are too. So I think they're in for a nice treat. Should be a lot of fun down the road.
All right, thanks, Cam.
Okay, thank you.